Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Wednesday afternoon. I'm Nick Oresco. Thanks for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. We'll get to your top stories in just a moment. First, let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis with a look at traffic and weather.
Yeah, traffic slow already downtown here this afternoon. Take a look. 291 downtown, 91 south, a little slow as the evening commute gets underway. But as usual, really no other problems. The Pike looks good. 91 north of Springfield also looking good. Mild air again today. Take a look. 47 right now in Westfield, 43, Springfield, Northampton, and Greenfield, 44 in Orange, and 40 right now in Pittsfield. Clouds and radar. We had a pretty bright middle of the day, and now some clouds as the sun is setting. Some clouds are overhead, but there's even some clearing back off to the west. So clearing trend here for this evening, and then a warming trend. The warming trend continues, and then we get wet here to end the week and very windy as well. We'll show you with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
One person is dead following a house fire in Northampton last night. According to state fire officials, crews responded to Fort Hill Terrace at around 9:20 Tuesday night. As crews were on their way, they learned that one person was trapped inside. Heavy smoke and flames were seen coming from the two-story home. When crews were able to get inside, they found one person who was pronounced dead at the scene. Another person was able to escape. The fire was put out within about an hour, and the cause, origin, still under investigation. Police are still searching for a suspect in the deadly shooting of an MIT professor at his home in a Boston suburb. 47-year-old Nono Lauriero was shot Monday night in Brookline. He died at the hospital Tuesday morning. No suspects are in custody. Laureano joined MIT in 2016. According to the university's website, he was a professor of nuclear science and engineering. He was also appointed director of the school's Plasma Science and Fusion Center last year. We will provide updates as soon as we get them. Sentencing for Brian Walsh, the Cohasset man found guilty of first-degree murder in the death of his wife Anna, has been rescheduled to Thursday. Though sentencing has not taken place yet, a first-degree murder conviction in Massachusetts carries an automatic life sentence. Anna Walsh was last seen alive on New Year's Eve 2023 and reported missing several days later. Her body was never found. Prior to the start of the trial, Brian Walsh pled guilty to improper conveyance of a human body and misleading a police investigation, but fought the first-degree murder charge. In Connecticut, relief could be coming soon for Waterbury residents impacted by last week's water main break. While water was turned on Monday evening, full access is not expected until Thursday at the earliest, as crews continue to test samples and infrastructure. Roughly 60% of residents remain impacted by the water main break on Thomaston Avenue. That happened last Friday. Back now, meteorologist Brian Lapis. Hey, warm day today. It only gets warmer as we go.
Yeah, we're going to really get close to 50 here tomorrow, and I'm expecting temps in the 50s on Friday. Right now, clouds and radar showing a little batch of clouds overhead, and that will be happening here in varying degrees through the evening hours, and eventually we're going to clear out. Notice the clouds here on the 22 News Storm Team Skycast at 5 p.m. A little bit of clearing here at 7 p.m. and the trend is for some clearing here overnight. Midnight tonight, mostly clear, and we start with some sunshine here tomorrow morning. Temperatures will be in the teens and 20s once again at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. A few clouds at 10 o'clock, and then a little erosion of these clouds by noontime. But we'll probably see some cloudiness throughout the day here tomorrow. Mixture of sun and clouds is what I'm going to call it. Breeze out of the south-southeast tomorrow, which will be an interesting flow for us for middle of December. And then by sunset, we've got clouds that are developing, and these clouds are the clouds that are ahead of the rain system that comes in tomorrow night and for Friday, along with a very strong wind. We'll update you on those particulars on 22 News starting at 5.
Springfield Crossing's long-awaited grand opening kicked off this morning. The former Eastfield Mall has been transformed into a new shopping plaza. It's already debuted multiple new businesses over the past few weeks, including a BJ's gas station, PetSmart, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, and BJ's Wholesale Club. The former Eastfield Mall was open and operating for 55 years before it closed in 2023. The $77 million Springfield Crossing project hopes to bring an exciting new set of shopping options to the city. The Bruins picked up their 20th win of the season last night, defeating the Utah Mammoth 4-1. Bruins leading goal scorer Morgan Geekie got things started for the Bees last night. With the team down 1-0, Geekie netted one, tying the game at 1. Shortly after, less than a minute into the second period, Geekie scored his second goal of the game, giving the Bees the lead, and they held on to it for the rest of the night. With those 2 goals now, Geekie is now up to 24 this season, which puts him second in the NHL. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, local and state officials are urging families to enroll for health insurance as the deadline to apply looms. We'll tell you what you need to know before applying. And the city of Springfield, the city council, shelved a proposal ban on kratom. We'll tell you the requirements that must be met for an official citywide ban to take place. Plus, the New England Patriots broke their 10-game winning streak over the weekend. We'll show you how this will factor into their playoff hopes ahead of their matchup against the Baltimore Ravens in prime time this Sunday, which, by the way, you can watch on NBC.
Traffic is moving along fine in most of the Pioneer Valley. Still got, we got an extended backup now, almost up to the Chicopee curve there, I-91 south through downtown, and also a little bit of a overflow back up onto 291, and actually 291 on both sides, on either end of 291, some slow traffic. So keep in mind that, here we go, evening commute, things are slowing down. Weather continues to warm up. It will get wet around here to end the week. We'll show you on 22 News starting at 5.
Updates anytime at wwlp.com, the free 22 News app, and always on 22 News Plus. We'll see you tonight, starting at 5.